I chose to use an excerpt from The Sinners in the Hand of an Angry God by Jonathan Edwards. There are in the souls of wicked men those hellish principles reigning that would presently kindle and flame out into hell fire if it were not for God's restraints. There is laid in the very nature of carnal men a foundation of the torments of hell. There are those corrupt principles in reigning power in them and in full possession of them that are seeds of 8 sinners in the hands. These principles are active and powerful and exceeding violent in their nature, and if it were not for restraining hands of God upon them, they would soon break out. They would flame out after the same manner as the same corruptions, the same enmity does in the hearts of damned souls, and would beget the same torments in them as they do in them. The souls of the wicked are in Scripture compared to the troubled sea. For the present God restrains their wickedness by his mighty power, as he does the raging waves of the troubled sea, saying, Hither shalt thou come, and no further. But if God should withdraw that restraining power, it would soon carry all afore it. Sin is the ruin and misery of the soul. It is destructive in its nature. And if God should leave without restraint, there would need nothing else to make the soul perfectly miserable. I believe this excerpt represents the Puritan writing in history because a lot of their poems back then were very religious and very just set in a religious point of view. And I believe that's what this poem is representing in their history.